All right, everyone. Well, welcome to the April edition of the OtterClam AMA, where we talk to Otto King, get information straight from the source about current developments in the protocol, and of course, let everyone have an opportunity to ask any questions that may be on their mind. Um, since I'm the host, I get to ask the first question, Otto King, with all the Ottopia stuff that you guys have been doing. How's your sleep? Are you staying rested? Are you keeping up with your
Um,
health?
yeah. I think it's pretty important to keep rest. Yeah, or
I
you
just
will burn
imagine you work
out.
like 22 hours a day.
Yeah, I was working hard. That's crazy before. Yeah, but for now, we are like into I think we need to keep like a stable path so we can. It's not a sprint. It's like a marathon. So actually,
Hmm.
you need to keep much. I think it's. I just read an article about yeah many people works in crypto area. It's actually really easy to burn out. Yeah, because yeah, crypto world is passes so fast and it's run like 24 hours. You it's really hard to rest in the crypto world. Yeah, but yeah, I think I before I was that in that mode, but for now we are more like get used to it. So yeah, so recently we actually keep it in like much stable working path. Yeah, so yeah, I do rest and go to gym or run. Like, yeah, for me, I also like participate Stepen. Do you know that uh project in the crypto?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
Stepen, yeah, Stepen is really is like a move to earn crypto project,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, I encourage you to like work or run to earn their token. But for me, I actually run like every day. I can actually earn some token by running. Why not?
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, I find the same thing as because I work from home in addition to doing what I do here, and so it's if you spend too many hours just sitting in front of screens, like I don't know, it's like your body goes into hibernation and then your mind goes into hibernation, and yeah, you just got to get up and move around. So yeah, I definitely understand that, and it's good to hear that you're staying physically active because that helps your brain as well.
Yeah. But I think Steppen is really popular in Asia. So you like you never hear this project before?
I had used a separate one maybe like a year ago. It was called Coin, I think. It was the same basic idea though. You had like there was like the map was geo separated, and there was like little grids, and then when you walked onto the grid, you would get some little bit of some kind of token that you could cash out into real crypto.
Okay,
um
cool.
it was fun for a while, but I mean, honestly, for me, like I run as well, and it's so important to my mental health that
Right.
I cut out pieces of my schedule just to make sure I get out there, because if I don't, it just the motivation's intrinsic for me to get out there. But no, it's cool though, and that's good. And in this age where uh we all are just become so sedentary and just sitting around so much, it's good that there are projects out there that try and get people up off their butts.
And I thought EPI has is a question about is it free to use? No, yeah, you actually need to get the NFT called sneaker to earn the token. So it's not free to use, and the sneaker is like I think it's quite expensive for most of user because it's around like 12,000 1,000 around $1,000 per sneaker. Yeah, so it's not cheap actually.
Well, hopefully you make that back in the tokens you earn.
Sure.
But all right, well, I hope everyone's enjoying their autos now that we've had a little while to get familiarized with them and get to know them a little better. Um, I've heard through the grapevine that there might be some new developments coming down the pipeline here very soon. Otto King, would you be willing to elaborate on that a little bit?
，Yeah, sure. Actually, we are working on the item system. of the Otto. So yeah, it's quite a large system to develop. It starts from the BB portion. You can, yeah, because I think most of you noticed that there is a lot of mask on Otto's face. So the first item used will be the BB portion, which will help you remove the mask, and you can. But it's actually you can actually keep the mask because that's like a gift of the Otto. It's part of that. This is the first time we tried using this system, so it's a little bit complex. Yeah, I think most of you know like Otto is a ERC 721 token, and our item is ERC 119555555. So it's another NFT spec, and we implement a system that you can actually transfer your item to your Otto. That you can either like consume the item or wear that the item to change the attributes or to change their outfit. And so, yeah, this is quite challenging in this short time of the development. And we expect to launch that system uh, today. So, yeah, it will
Nice.
be launched pretty soon.
That's exciting. Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. So we have a question about the metaverse. Actually, has there been any updates or any sort of developments there in the metaverse that are that could be explained?
About metaverse, it's like sandbox, right?
Yeah, the sandbox.
We actually pending the developing of sandbox for a while because consider due to our the project resource. So we want to spend all our effort on the Ottopia first to make it much better project. I think 1 month ago we discussed this. We have a little conversation in the DAO server about we were pending the sandbox developing for a while. So in this season we will all focus on developing of the Ottopia.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that goes back to what you're saying about being able to uh, work in a consistent way without being frantic, and you gotta prioritize what's most important. And I think we all agree that having a solid Ottopia product is going to be priority number one.
Right, right.
And then we also had a question: will there be an adventure guild for otters to gather for missions and seek for brave companions to do adventure together? I was thinking this too. I could definitely see um, how we could maybe break out the Autopians Club, like have a separate thread where sort of people can mingle and talk to each other and sort of hey, I've got this auto, you've got that auto, let's team up and let's go on missions. Like I could kind of see adding that piece to the Discord where we could have those sorts of discussions. What do you think, Otto King?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Actually, I think I can share some game design of the mission here. I think it's quite innovative. Yeah, we talk with the game design studio about how we make the auto missions like fun and easy to play. The proposal is actually a Discord game. So we are creating a boat that you can interact it uh, with it. The idea is that you can connect your wallet to your Discord account. Then we will use the auto you owned to let you play the adventure game in Discord directly. So there will be a
Hmm.
story and there will be an event. You will your auto will meet and you can make some decision about how to handle those events. Yeah, and definitely you can team up with other community member with auto to together join the story. And the story is like there is many different paths, so everyone may different story. That's the idea of current mission game will be designed. So people will actually can play the game in the Discord combined with the NFT. I saw some Discord game before, but not like this. this way, this combined with your NFT and using the attributes and traits in with your NFT. So myself is very exciting to see this become true.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. That's a nice little tip there. So would the Discord would it route through Discord to access the Ottopia site, or would it be 100% within the Discord?
It's a little bit like the mix way. Yeah, some interface is actually easier to use on the Ottopia side, like equipment, wear, or marketplace. So you can like manage your like wear or use your auto in Ottopia site. But when you want to join the mission or play with other to see the story, and Discord is actually provide a excellent interface for that. Yeah, it's like
Hmm,
a conversation way to interactive with the game. But when you play in the mission, also you will in the Discord.
that's very cool. That's going to be really interesting to see how that unfolds.
I think my personal is also very exciting to see this.
So we have how was the team experience during the minting process? Like technically, were there any issues that came up that were unexpected? How did you handle it? Also emotionally, like I guess how did the minting sort of meet your expectations, exceed, not exceed? How was the minting process for you, Otto King?
For the reveal date, yeah, actually all of our team working for like a whole day to the very late to the very late of the day to see the our member revealing and maybe having some issue, and then we like fix it in real time. For me, like personally, I feel opening my auto and review and choose the auto. I think the process is very enjoyable. So I think that's for me. I actually very like the minting process. It's actually like a little bit surprise. You can having choice from some different auto, and sometimes I need to think about it. Okay, which one I wanted, because you need, in the end you can only choose one, right? Personally, I very enjoy the process.
Yeah, it was a cool process. Although I will say it was a little harrowing, right? When you see like five or six different autos, and knowing you can only choose one, and you're like, oh man, it just seemed like such a big decision. But it was a lot of fun to have that option, because especially because if you mint just one, or if you only have the option of one, you feel kind of stuck, right? Let's say you got the one that you got and you didn't particularly like it the way the auto looked, or whatever. At least here, for most people, they had some they had some agency in the decision, and I think that that's a really good way to go. For me personally, I think that the minting process went as expected, and I mean that in the best possible way, because, and I've said this before, but we're not solely an NFT project, and we launched the mint in a time where a lot of people were saying it was an NFT bear market, which may still be the case. I really haven't kept up with it too much. Um, but the fact is that I've been present for some mints of purely NFT projects. And if they don't mint out in like 5 minutes, the Discord just explodes. I mean, it goes crazy. Everyone loses their minds, and the floor price plummets, and all this crazy stuff happens. It's like the end of the world. And it shows the strength of this protocol to where we can have a mint, have it not mint out. And I don't think anyone was really expecting it to mint out completely. But as now, because we're resting on a fully functional DeFi protocol, that's fine. And it worked out great. Everyone loves their autos. And as more functionality is released, the mints are going to come. And I just think that it was such a smart and just well prepared way to roll out. I mean, everything, from DeFi to NFTs, and then perfecting the NFTs, and then moving on to ultimate one day moving on to the metaverse side of it. I just think it worked out really well overall.
Thank you, but I think for me it's still a learning process. We like adopt a lot of change before, and I think currently I can see this is a long term project, and most of our community member is actually love the project. Yeah, I think that's the most important things we how we can achieve today.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it by far. Have we reached the objectives the team has fixed itself in terms of number of NFTs minted? That's an interesting question.
Yeah, I think it's just like Rob you said before, even we are not mint out, but I think it's not a bad start. I think most of us think that one thing this the NFT is a one-time shot. We are continually developing more feature of the Ottopia and also another device treasury side. By the meantime, we want the functionality and the like the mission, the item system, the Rarity leaderboard will actually bring more user to on board. That's the whole plan.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Do you think you could give us a maybe a rough idea of when the sort of rarity leaderboard and the feeding mechanism and all that would be released?
Yeah, actually, we aim to release the Rarity leaderboard on the first
Oh,
of the
oh,
May.
cool.
It's a very short and tight schedule, but yeah, we are going to release the item system today, and after that we will start immediately after of the auto art marketplace, and then the market leaderboard and then relative leaderboard. So that's the early of the May, and also we are scheduling about release the story and mission of the game by the end of the May. That's our current pipeline of the developing.
Okay, great. Wow, that's a lot of stuff coming in the short term. That's exciting.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So it's pretty tight.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, exciting for us, right? For you, it's probably pretty stressful. But okay. What are the plans to get Clam above backing price? Well, probably all the stuff that you just talked about. I mean, all the functionality is gonna drive demand for Clam. Um, in addition, we're still working in the treasury to increase yield. We've got a few things coming down the pipeline that we're just hammering out the final details of that are going to boost the treasury yield, which will increase buyback, supporting the Clam price. And yeah, I mean, we're between demand and artificial sort of buy pressure, or just upward mobility. I think that Clam's got a really positive outlook. Um, and that's, of course, divorced from any external market conditions, right? I mean, if we have a crypto market apocalypse, then that is what it is. But I mean, just within the Clam ecosystem, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to, both for the autos and for the Clam price in total. And there's still a lot of long term stuff coming down too. So I mean, I'm not worried. I'm looking forward to. I'm just gathering the clams that I can gather now while they're at a very reasonable price.
Yeah, I think if you can actually there is a CIP about discussing the plan of the price above the backing, and one member of the DAO episode is also working on executing the plan for the weeks. Yeah, I think by the time when it's there, we can see there is some significant change of the treasury size system.
Let's see. We got another question. How are the partnerships going on, especially within the Polygon Alliance?
I think Rob, you can answer this because yeah, I think you are like discussing the details with the two, right?
Yeah, and so with Tetu, what we're talking about doing, we already voted and passed a vote in the DAO to move our Clam My liquidity to Tetu Swap. And if you don't know, the Clam My liquidity makes up about 750K of our 2.5 million dollar treasury. So it's a very large chunk, and obviously its primary purpose is to provide liquidity for all of us to buy and sell Clam, and to ensure that that liquidity is always available for us. Um, but other than that, I mean, it earns trading fees, and the trading fees are whatever they are. It's a very modest amount. And so what Tetu proposed is allowing us to move the Clam My liquidity to their decks. And what it does is it's not your typical sort of liquidity pool. It allows you to take each side of the LP. So you have the My and the CLAM, and they're farmed individually to earn passive income while the liquidity is just sitting there waiting to be traded by investors. And so it adds another stream of income that we currently don't have. And by the way, they incentivized us to do that. In addition to that additional yield, they're going to also airdrop us Tetu tokens every month. And so that's one piece of the puzzle. And then the other piece, which we haven't worked out, I haven't created a proposal for this yet because we're still working out the details with Tetsu. But it looks like they're going to also incentivize us to move our My USDC liquidity from ChiDAO. Again, this is something that if the DAO would have to vote on, so we'll have to see how it goes. Move that to Tetsu Swap to get the same benefits and potentially get the same additional airdrop, or they're talking about doing something else too. I actually have to follow up with them to see what it is because they said they have a better offer, and I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, long story short, we're working on that to boost the yield of the treasury. And if you don't know, I mean, the treasury's yield is like the heartbeat of our protocol. It helps buybacks, it helps reward long-term stakers, especially when we're above backing price. And so it's really just a good thing all around. And so that's what we're doing with Tetsu. Well, I guess I really digress there. But long story short is that we are working with our partners in whatever capacity we can for the betterment of everyone's protocol. Oh, here's a good one, Otto King. When are we going to have an Otter game or Netflix series? I'm sure that's on the roadmap, right? No? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Let's
yeah,
see
I
what we
think.
got here.
Okay,
Yeah, no, not a serious question. You don't have to answer
sure,
that.
sure.
All right, let's see. We got some Rob questions here. Looking back at the launch and DAO improvements, how do you judge the decisions? I know there are many to choose from. What do you think was the most impactful and successful? What change do you think didn't go so well and you think could have been done differently? Well, that's a long one. Okay. So looking back at the launch and the DAO improvement. So basically looking back at the protocol's history, what do you think were some of the most important decisions that you made, or I guess that we all made together, for the best, for the better and for the worse?
I think the most important and successful decision is transition the Otter Clan into a DAO. Uh, this decision I think is actually most impactful and successful of the Otter Clan. Yeah, because at the first, to be honest, I don't having a very clear mind about do we want to make a DAO or not, or yeah. But after we launch and engage with the community, I think yeah, DAO is actually a way I want to like give try. And from the spirit of the DAO, I personally truly believe it can be a new way of the how the organization works. Yeah, and the things actually I think it's proof that the DAO of the other clan is uh is actually working, and it's actually a very different experience from my previous working environment. And I think it's good because you can meet many different people from the whole world. And before, when you're working in a company, it's not so easy to have this kind of environment. Yeah, so I think the most important decision is uh, transfer the other plane to a DAO. The decision didn't go well. I think at the start we don't have a very strong marketing strategy and member. So actually, we having a very strong community at the first, but the marketing is a little bit like delay of that. After a large amount of time, we like form a better marketing team. And so the mint of the Ottopia is, I think it's actually much better than before. If I can go back, I will like maybe spend more time to figure out how to find and form a better marketing team for that. Another decision I think is that there is many active member in the community. For now, I think like EPI or Mace Redditis, yeah, is actually like very active in the community and doing a lot of good job. Yeah, and I think it's not go well. It's like we actually can promote them earlier, so we can having the we can let the community enjoy their cost and the energy.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. We have a really awesome team of mods and pups here, and I mean, you can just tell the difference. We were actually talking about this in our staff meeting where I'm a part of. I've got like 5 or 6 different Discord servers, that I go into, and like 3 of them they're like glorified FAQ sites. Like people just kind of pop in, they ask a question, they leave, and that's kind of it. Like the servers are very dry, and they're very just business oriented, I guess. And then you have this other one that is well, I, it's just an interesting server. We'll say that it gives off very, very strange vibes, and I can't throw out any names. But this server and this community is very special, and I personally believe that our mod team and our team of River Pups have a lot to do with that, with community engagement and keeping everyone hyped, and just always finding things that make people want to join and to stay in the server and just come in and hang out. The vibe here is very friendly, right? You have a lot of people that just want to talk and just chit chat and meet other people and catch up, and it's just a really great place, and Kairos, our content lead, he had written an article basically in just saying that exact thing, that our community is our most valuable asset. And it sounds a little cliche, but it's so true. And it's when you find those talented people who really have a knack for just connecting with other people. Yeah, I agree. You gotta get them on board. So I'm glad that we have that team that we do.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, this is actually a question I've been wondering. How many coders are working on the protocol and the NFT side? The development quality and speed is impressive, and so far, there's been close to no hiccups, which seems to be done by a small team. Is that something you can elaborate? Because I mean, yeah, I've wondered that too. All I know is you, Otto King. Do you guys? I mean, you must have people behind you. So how many people are actually working the technical side of the protocol?
Yeah, for developer, it's actually we have like 2 full-time developer and like 4 or 5, yeah, 3 to 4 part-time developer. Yeah, but most of the work, the dev works are actually done by the full-time developer too. So yeah, not very much.
Yeah, yeah, that's it's still a small team. So I mean, it is impressive, and it's all the more important to make sure that the developments are rolled out at the right time, after being fully tested and everything. So I mean, the fact that everything's gone so well, things like mints, they can go sideways so fast, and honestly,
Right.
things went really, really well overall. And so yeah, that's again, hats off to you guys because that's really impressive. We all appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.
Will diamond hand holders with a big amount locked receive a legendary auto? Interesting that Rob's asking that question. Uh,
We don't have that plan currently.
okay, well, me and Rob will talk offline. Let's see what we got here. Where do you see the project in 3, 6, 12, and 60 months? That's a good one.
Yeah, I think it's also really a hard one. Yeah, I think because most of us are talking about it's a long-term project, but actually in crypto world it's changed so fast. So for us, we normally we are like plan for we only have concrete plan for like around in one season. It's a very agile environment in our current developing in our current in the current team. So we normally we will release a feature in a short path, like we go every 2 weeks and see how the community react with that and iterate of the feature to make it perfect. We don't have a very long term plan. Yeah, we have a rough roadmap of the what we want to do, but it won't be fixed. It will be changed by the environment or by the world by the time. Yeah, so I think I can see that in 3 months we will all focus on Ottopia developing and make it a fun and enjoyable play NFT project and NFT game. Yeah, and I would say that in 12 months and like in 1 year we will have a NFT marketplace that can work for functionally, and we want it to be the best user experience on the Polygon. And for the 16 months, I think it's quite a very long time, like 5 years. For me, I don't have that, in my mind currently.
Yeah, that's an ambitious period of time for any crypto project. I mean, most of them haven't been around longer than 12 months. So
Yeah. So to be honestly, I think 5 years is I think the world will change a lot. So it's really hard to predict that.
yeah, here's an interesting one. Do you foresee there to be an ability to preview add-ons for the autos, like basically being able to sort of see what the item looks like on your auto without paying a gas fee? Do you think there'll be some sort of functionality for that?
Yeah. We will having that function, but maybe not in the first version. Yeah, but we will have a preview. I can share a screenshot of our current developing system in the channel. It's like this. Yeah, it's like a preview. You can see the attribute, what the attribute changed. For the art preview, we may roll out that feature after the first release.
Oh yeah, I see it. No, yeah, that's pretty cool. Very nice. And is there will items be exclusive to, or at least some items be exclusive to Lotties and Autos? Meaning that, would there be some male only and female only equipment? And if so, uh, what about Cleos? Would they be able to just kind of wear everything?
Yeah. For now, Clio can wear everything, and maybe in the future we may release the item only for Clio.
Hmm. Have you considered expanding your team to accelerate growth, or is it not necessary at the current stage?
Yeah, I think actually accelerate expand the team. We are like expand slowly, but not stop, not fully stop. I think most of us are like a very senior, no matter it's like senior developer or senior designer or content creator. Yeah, I think the most important to expand is like you need to find the right person on the team. Yeah, because most of the time if you having the right person on the team, it's actually worth like 10%, 10% than everyone else. So we actually expand the team, but surely, but slowly, not eager to. We don't have set the goal of the team member size. Yeah, because I think the most important is like we need to find the right person who can work with us and then also who can really help the project.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. You got to definitely find the right person, and better to have nobody than the wrong person. That's for sure. We have some more questions about about the metaverse. I'm not sure, probably won't be able to answer them, but is Otter VX possible in 2023?
Yeah, and 2023 is still a little bit long away. I think, it's possible, but I think we cannot guarantee that part.
Yeah. This is more of a conceptual question. Do you anticipate, or do you sort of envision the metaverse side of OtterClam to be basically a virtual version of our Discord community, like having in-game contests and stuff like that? Do you see the Discord sort of transitioning to the metaverse, or do you expect them to kind of still be two separate things?
I think I will see how the Auto VX I mean, yeah, on the sandbox going, yeah, because it's still in the, it's also still in the very early stage, and I tried that play in the sandbox several times because I think that it's like a Alpha 2 release, right? So there's still a lot of like space and a lot of function to be developing. So actually, I don't have a very clear mind about how complete or maybe a playable version of the sandbox will be. I think that we will see that's how was that going on in next few months.
Yeah, I for one hope that the transition doesn't happen completely. I mean, me personally, I learned Discord just to interact with this community. So if you try and stick me in the metaverse, I'll forget it. My head will explode, and that'll be it. I can't.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm just not that guy. So I sure hope that the Discord doesn't go away because I need the simple tech.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Discord is yeah, it's also complex enough, and but it's also provide a lot of like fun and then usability. You can very easy to access on your phone or everywhere anywhere.
Yeah, now that I've gotten more comfortable with it, I really do like it. It's a really good system, and I mean, just like you said before, just to be able to get people from all over the world to be able to collaborate and work on a project together. I mean that's pretty good software. Is there any plans to actively market OtterClam?
I think talk to about marketing, and actually we are like working on the marketing. We have a very good marketing team right now, and our Discord member or Discord or Twitter member is like grows now steadily. But I think we are a like product focused team in product. So most of our marketing strategy will be pushing the new release, launching the new feature of our ecosystem. That's the most effective way of the marketing.
Yeah, actions do speak louder than words. That's for sure. Do you have any updates on the breeding system? I know that's still a ways off, but has there been any sort of developments in that regard?
I think I talk about the schedule of the Ottopia schedule at the first of the AMA. Yeah, we will focus on the item system, relative farming, leaderboard, and the mission story part. And after that, we will going to breeding the breeding system.
Yeah, yeah, still a ways off. What's the plan if there is a large amount of unsold NFTs? I mean, I don't think there's really any plan. I mean, I like we were talked about earlier. As the development continues and as functionality is released for the autos, that's going to fuel demand for both the autos and the clam token. And the mints will come. And again, I mean, I don't think we need any sort of contingency plan for that. Again, we're not a pure NFT project. We're not solely dependent on minting out quickly. And so I think that them being there is just fine. As the demand increases, the supply will be there for people to mint more NFTs. And yeah, we'll just go from there.
I think we answered most of the question, right?
We got through all the questions from before the AMA. I'm just trying to catch up in the chat. I'm way behind. Let's see. Security is the biggest concern in the NFT space. How is the protocol secured from hackers?
Actually, the protocol is secure by itself from the smart contract aspect. And we can see that most of the NFT hack or DeFi hack is like the phishing side of your wallet signature. So I think the most important thing is that you need to make sure the transaction is signed or what message is signed is actually what you want to do. Or currently what the most the NFT still is like patient side and you sign a mess you just sign like a transaction to a meticulous actor then they will and authorize them to transfer your NFT, something like that. The security we cannot help, yeah, because everyone need to keep their own wallet. Yeah, everyone have a responsibility to keep their wallet safe.
Yeah, that was the premise for the OpenSea hacks, right? I mean, it was basically like phony or not phony, but I guess fraudulent access being requested to people's MetaMask wallet and them accepting that request, I guess, without really reading it. I think that's how most of the OpenSea stuff took place. I don't believe that it was sort of an invasive, um, attack where stuff was stolen. Well, it was stolen, but it wasn't like ripped out of someone's wallet. It did require permission from the wallet's owner, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, of course, there can be you know flaws in the smart contract or whatever, but I mean, I think most of it comes down to the user. When it comes to security, because we do link our MetaMask with every site, and you have to approve pretty much every transaction or every transaction, and so you are the first and last line of defense when it comes to a lot of crypto stuff. Do we have a plan to start a merchandise store? Now, I know we don't. I'm sure we don't, but it would be really cool to have my Otto on a T-shirt. I'm just saying. Otto King, can we
Okay.
can we build that into the
Got
roadmap?
it.
That would be sweet.
Yeah,
I
I
would buy
think
it.
that's I think that will be also be very awesome.
I wonder, there probably is a way. They have these websites where you can like put a custom print on a T-shirt. You could probably get a picture of your auto and have it printed on there. So, Babbitt, maybe this could be your initiative. You can start the OTterClam merchandise store. Is there any other PFP project design like our auto item system, like swap cosmetic item by using ERC 998? If yes, is this project inspired? Has this project inspired you somehow? That's good. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Have you seen other sort of like wearable item systems on NFTs? I personally haven't, but I don't travel the space too much. Were you inspired by another project that had a sort of similar functionality?
Yeah, actually, the it's not the PFP project, but Amagosia. I thought most of you guys we know it's a very famous project on Polygon. Yeah, and they're using the ERC service 8 spec to implement the item system. Yeah, so we saw that it's a very it's quite interesting, and gets a lot of innovation from their design. Yeah, but we like implement the whole system by ourselves, by our own. So yeah, it's also a quite challenging task for us, but it's also fun.
Well, it's good. It's good that you love what you do, Otto King. It's very important. That
Yeah,
always
yeah, definitely.
brings out the best quality work. The oh yeah, it's another good question. The diamond, gold, and silver shell rewards. Do we have an ETA on that? Will they show up with the item functionality, or will it take a little longer?
We will preparing the shell reward after the item release, but it's another work. So I think it's we aim to release that next week.
Oh, okay, cool, very nice. What is OtterClam's role with Dystopia? Do we have a role with Dystopia?
Yeah, actually, I think we will having NFT from Dystopia. It's like a V33 version on Polygon. I'm not sure you do know the V33. It's a very famous project before on Phantom, before the AC leave the DeFi space. I think this is his final project. It's like another DEX. I know that it's created by the Sapphire Finance, the Sing, which is a team member from of us.
Hmm.
So yeah, so we will also be part of the Dystopia, but the detail has not been is still working out. So I think they will be release the details very soon.
Okay, cool. I did not know that. Learn something new every day. We are running out of time. Let's see if we can maybe squeeze in one more question. Actually, I think there only is one more question. Could someone give a quick summary of how to earn clams other than outright purchasing them? Well, I mean, besides purchasing them, staking. I mean, you gotta purchase at least an initial amount, but you can stake them, you can lock them into Pearl chests to earn larger rewards, and then once the further functionality is released for the autos, the Rarity leaderboard, Otto King, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Rarity gaming functionality will end up with CLAM prizes as well as the auto missions. At least that's the current plan. They'll be rewarded in CLAM and equipment as well. But those are the ways that I know about to earn CLAM. So there's a few more ways that are being rolled out. But at the moment, you buy, you stake, you lock, and that's that.
Yeah, I think your explanation is very good. Basically cover all the specs.
Okay. All right. Well, that is it. We are at the end of the hour, so I just want to thank you, Otto King, for taking the time out. A lot more alpha came out of this meeting than I was expecting, so thank you for that as well. And we will see you at the next AMA.
Yeah, see you soon.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you too, Rock.
Oh yeah, no problem. My pleasure. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day.